Hello, and here we are again for another 13 Frights before Halloween, and I have my supplies together, I think. And today we're going to make this cute little witch hat party favor. So let me bring it up close so you can see it. This is one I decorated this doll with the green tulle and orange ribbon, a purple rhinestone in the center, and a little paper spider on the cap. And so I'm going to show you first how to cut it out. So I need some black cardstock. Scrap that's big enough or not. Let's see here. Yes, I think that will work. So I have this template that I got from another witch hat project online, but I kind of changed it just a little bit, the sizing and up here at the top. So I'm going to try to trace this and have it attached to this today's blog post as a PDF file so that you can print this up for the template. So all you need is this template for the crown. So I'm going to put this in here on this scrap of paper, and I'm just going to cut it all around the edge here, including the point. Okay, so now we have the shape here, and then we need to cut these notches. Let me clear this out. So I'm going to take my smaller scissors. I'm going to reposition this. Okay, take my smaller Tim Holtz scissors, and I'm going to cut out these V's. This is something that if you sew for curves or seam line, that you have to do these notches so that your fabric, and the same thing with paper, can take on a curve shape. So I'll just cut each one out. Okay. Have that cut. There's not going to be any score lines because we want it to be smooth and round, so you're going to have to work with kind of curving this some. Not any folds, just kind of get a curve to it. And let me see here. Keep working it. The longer one goes to the outside. Let me see how that looks. Yeah. You want to roll it tight enough so that your point doesn't have too much of a gap. So just keep playing with it and rolling it around. Like that. Okay, so this piece here, the longest piece here, let's put some score tape on that. So I'm going to use this 1/4 inch score tape right along the edge. And burnish it on there so it sticks on both sides good. Okay, peel that off. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit of glue, because sometimes while score tape sticks really good, sometimes when it's humid, it can peel loose. So I'm do that, and I roll this back up again. Just kind of have to play with it. And get it stuck down straight, like that. Now I don't care if mine has a little bent, because I think a little witch's hat has a little bend in the top, so I deliberately put a little bend in it. Got any glue oozing out, go ahead and clean that off. Now each of these little notches you cut, they're now flaps, so you just need to fold them up. You could have scored them. I think they work just fine by just folding them up like that to get where you're going to attach the brim. So now we have that. Set this aside. Okay, I cut out my brim using my Big Shot and my circle patterns. So I used the large one and the smaller one. And the sizes of these, the large one is a 4-inch, so it's actually a 3 3/4 cut. And then this one is a 2 1/2-inch with a 2 3/8 inch cut. On your Big Shot, you just center them like this, and then put your paper over it and cut it. So I have this, and this is going to fit up inside, and then we're going to glue these on. So I'm gonna get some glue here, and on the tops of each flap I'm going to put glue. So I'm working with glue, that's why I have my craft mat here. Now you may have to squeeze on the cone of the hat to make it slide out to where it needs to fit. Glue it down and wipe off any excess glue that you might have on the brim. And if you get some on there, what I do is I take my sander and I just rough up the edge a little bit. So there we have that. And now you see that on the inside we have these flaps showing. So out of pattern paper, you cut, trying to get these to glue down good. Some of them didn't have enough glue. Okay. You cut another ring, another brim ring out of pattern paper. And I cut mine out of one of these tissue cupcake liners because I want to try to make it match. I'm going to use cupcake liners as part of my decoration, so that's why I did that. I still have these two that keep popping up, so I'm going to add some more glue. So I applied glue to the underside of the brim, and now I'm taking my tissue paper ring that I punched out of the cupcake liner, and I'm gluing it over those flaps so that they are hidden. And underneath her brim matches the decoration I'm going to use. So now I'm going to take some ink, and I've got a little gap here. I'm going to cover that with ribbon, so that's okay. I'm going to ink the edges some. I should have maybe done that before, but with this tissue it might be a little easier to ink it after it's attached. So I'm just going to ink the edges where the spider is, and then on the inside. So these are really cute for party favors or just for decoration. You could lay the little hat like on its side and put candy in it if you wanted to, or just sit them there. You could attach names and put them at each place setting. Okay, so now we have that. And let's see what kind of ribbon we're going to do. So I punched some circles, not that circle, with my scallop. I have to hold them down or they'll blow away. With the spider web cupcake liners, just cut one edge off so that my scallop punch, my large scallop punch, fits inside, and just arrange it where you want the webs to be and punch one. You can do one at a time on that. And so now I have 3 of these. These are like what I did on the witch's boot, but this one is the spider webs. So I'm take some glue and glue them together. This one here. I'm going to ink these on the edges. Hold them in the center and then kind of crunch them up. That's gonna go kind of right there on the front. So I'm gonna maybe scrunch it up some more. I think I want a white tulle around the brim of it. So I'm going to take a 1/4 inch score tape and I'm going to start at the back and put it just at the base of the inner base of the brim, kind of more on the cone. Peel all that off, and then I'm going to twist, see where the back side is, twist this up. I'm going to start touching this, kind of roll it up and attach it to the back. Now let's see, we want to tie this in a bow, perhaps. I like it as a loose knot or not. Pull it that way. Then where's my scissors? I'm going to cut off this much on the end for now. Okay. Now then. Glue our scrunched up spider web, and so this will dry quicker. I'm going to go ahead and use my messy quick grip beacon and put a glob right there. As much as I hate this glue, I'd much rather use it than hot glue, because me and hot glue don't mix well. I burn myself. And then you have the strings, so you pull these up some. Right there and hold it.